Today's episode is brought to you by Inverted Gear. Go to invertedgear.com, type in the coupon code ShowTheArt15, and save yourself some money on all their gear. That includes Jiujitsu gis, rash guard shorts. They got spats, which are tights. Their gear is very comfortable. I wear it every single day for the most part. They have so many different styles, so many different colors and variations, and it looks good. It fits me very well. They have half sizes in case you're a lanky person or a stocky person. So go to Inverted Gear, coupon code ShowTheArt15, get yourself some gear. Next sponsor is Chimera Coffee. Go to chimeracoffee.com, type in the coupon code ShowTheArt, no spaces, and save yourself on any and all their products. They have their pride and joy is their nootropic infused coffee. Nootropics are things that help your brain synapses fire more quickly or frequently. I'm not an expert. Check out all the science on nootropics. There's a lot of good studies out there that say that it helps with thinking and remembering the words and focus levels. And they infuse it in their coffee, and their coffee tastes great. I make cold brew out of it. I make regular, hot coffee, pour over out of it. It tastes great. They have some other products like raw cacao with cinnamon and L-glutamine in it. They have seed stack, which is like a whole bunch of seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, all these different seeds that you could put in your granola, your smoothies. Not granola, put in your yogurt, put in your smoothies, everything. So go to Chimera Coffee, type in the coupon code ShowTheArt, save some money. Our next sponsor, go to vapebright.org, type in the coupon code ShowTheArt, and save a nice percentage on any and all of their CBD products. CBD oil has been in the news lately. It's supposed to help with a lot of different things, and especially if you're an athlete, it helps with recovery. It helps with the inflammation and bringing that inflammation down, especially if you train jiu-jitsu or martial arts of any kind. They offer it in a vaporizer format, which will, give you the benefits directly to your bloodstream without having to go through your digestive system, which works a lot quicker. And also, it's not smoke; it's vapor. It's not going to affect your lungs like smoking does. So check out vapebright.org, type in the coupon code ShowTheArt, and save yourself some big money on 100% unadulterated CBD oil. Our last sponsor is, of course, our new Show the Art Academy. Go to showtheart.com. If you're looking for some of our gear, we have new t-shirts out, pretty cool designs from our artists. We have 2 t-shirts and a tank top, and we're going to keep releasing more for you guys. Soon we'll have rash guards in. But for now, type in the coupon code STAPOD, and you'll save, I believe, 15% on your entire cart. So get all 3 of our products that are out there now. Save 15% on that. If you're interested in our, subscription-based site, we have a full yoga library. Whether you do jiu-jitsu or not, it has a whole bunch of flows, a whole bunch of postures, everything you'll need to start getting more flexible, to start getting more in touch with the self. Because yoga is not just about flexibility, it's about honing in on oneself. And if you're a jiu-jitsu person, you train jiu-jitsu, we have a lot of specific things for the jiu-jitsu athlete. Warm-ups, flows to help with problem areas like the hips and the ankles. So check that out. Of course, our pride and joy is our jiu-jitsu instructionals. We have guys like Nathan Mendelson, Devontae Bones Johnson, who is a brown belt world champion, purple belt world champion. This guy has been killing it in competition. He showed a couple of his moves. Mikey Main. We got so many guys I can't even think of. David Porter, all showing instructionals. So we're going to come out with new videos daily, every single day. And we hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said, type in the coupon code Jiujitsu Paradise. That will save you on that subscription-based site, and that will get you 50% off. So STAPOD for the merchandise, Jiujitsu Paradise if you're signing up for the subscription. So we hope you enjoy. Our guest today is Nelson Puentes. Nelson is a good friend of mine. He's been on the podcast a bunch of times. He and his wife are the owners of one of our sponsors of the podcast, Inverted Gear. They sell, if you heard the commercials, you probably know what I'm talking about. Gis, rash guards, all this stuff. And he has an awesome story. If you go back to one of our previous podcasts, he tells a story of how his company started. It's very touching. Him and his wife are great people. He's on the podcast, just shooting the shit, talking life, and he's a world traveler. He also is one of the sponsors of Polaris, like we are. Check out Polaris 5 coming at you soon. He has a cool, really, really nice commercial, actually about the start of his company. And finally, he has a DVD coming out from Artichoke Media. It's called From Chile with Love. And that's his first instructional DVD set. He has a lot of awesome techniques to offer, so I would check it out. Buy it, Artichoke Media. Welcome to the Show the Art podcast. Nelson, what's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good to see you. Take two after the pinwheel of death got us.
Yeah, sometimes the computer freezes and you just got to run with it. You got to act like this is the first take. So this is the first take.
This is the first take.
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
What's going on, man? How's everything? How's life?
Everything's good. A little hectic. Sometimes I get excited and I schedule way too many things close together. We were in San Francisco visiting Riley Bodycom.
Yes.
Just over a week ago, and then we're packing to leave to Salt Lake City and Denver this weekend.
You are a world traveler, Nelson. I say that every time.
Once you start, it's really hard to stop.
Do you know that there's probably a lot of people that live vicariously through your social media and your trips?
I have been told. And then the weirdest thing is people that haven't met me that do it, because when they do meet me, they get like a little starstruck. They're like, "Oh my God, you're Nelson." I was like, "Yeah, Nelson." It's like, "Oh, I know you." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. You're like, "Oh, I could play with this. I can work with this." But you don't feel like a celebrity.
No.
You don't act like a celebrity.
I'm a real dude.
Yeah. It's like, it's hard to understand, but like, who cares?
I mean, the thing is, like, with jiu-jitsu celebrities,
you can't even call it a celebrity.
It's like the community is so small.
Yeah.
So once we get outside that little room or that little stadium, the pyramid, whatever, most of the people walking the street don't really care who we are.
Yeah, you're back to like being 1 in a billion.
Yeah. So,
but anyway, how's the trips? I know you visited Riley. He's got some combat wrestling thing going on. Is that similar to combat jiu-jitsu that
no slams.
EBI?
No slaps.
No slams. Okay.
So combat wrestling is starting in Japan. That's when like a lot of the original like Shudo and MMA guys from Japan did back in the 90s.
Okay.
So it's coming back this third year. They're going to have a world championship. The world championship is going to be in Japan this year.
Who's they? Shuto?
Is a combat wrestling federation. It's based out of Japan.
Oh, so there straight up is a combat. This is not something that's...
Yeah, it's not... FILA has their own grappling thing. They have their own rules, right? And then combat wrestling, the rules, the easiest way to explain it is pretty much no gi sambo.
Okay.
There's throws, there's pins, there's submissions.
Interesting. What counts as a pin? Is it like according to wrestling rules? Pin?
More like sambo rules. So you can only get depending how long you hold somebody down, you're gonna get 1, 2, or 4 points.
Okay.
Once you have your 4 pinning points, you cannot score any more points with a pin. So I can score a 4-point throw.
Okay.
Throw you, and then I can pin you long enough, get another 4 points. That's 8-point differential. And then I believe unlike Sambo, combat wrestling is a 12-point. Was it 12 or 10? 12 or 10, I forget.
And that's like shutout rules?
Yeah, and then like once you get like that 10-point differential, the match is over. Is it 10 or 12? I forget. I'm a little rusty.
Otherwise, it's time limit.
And then otherwise, it's time limit. And the way the rules are set up, it's pretty cool. If there's a tie, okay, the first tiebreaker is who scored the biggest throw.
Okay.
Then the second one is
that's pretty cool.
Who scored last. So if me and you score a 2-point takedown, whoever scored last
wins.
I don't get that it makes you push the entire match. No stolen. It's like an anti-stall rule.
So It's not who. Okay, that does make sense actually.
So imagine a jiu-jitsu match, and you sweep, right? You're on top, and then you're like, ooh, lay and pray.
Yeah.
I mean, you just hang out up
Holy
here.
crap.
But now you get swept back, and that means you lose the match. That changes the game entirely.
So even if it becomes a draw at the end, like by technical points, the person who scored last is the winner.
Yep. And then after that, it goes to penalties.
Like penalty kicks?
No, like whoever got like more fouls. Whoever like stolen, running out of bounds, that kind of stuff.
So whoever had more fouls wins?
No, loses.
That'd be even cooler.
Even cooler.
That's pretty cool. So it's like a blend of sambo and wrestling.
Yeah.
And some punches.
No punches.
Oh, no punches.
No punches.
Oh, okay.
It's just grappling. It's grappling. It's just a different It's like submission grappling, just more towards the takedown. No guard pulling.
And then, of course, submissions.
Submissions, yes.
Submissions are.
So we saw like lots of like locks. So like flying scissors, sliding entries, flying arm bars, all that cool stuff. A few people went for guillotines that got score on because they didn't finish the guillotine, and then the guy give up 2 points to go for the guillotine.
That's so classic. Like if you're second late to go for the guillotine as a reaction to a takedown, you're never gonna get it. Like, the success rate dramatically drops to like 5%. It's crazy. So you saw. So Riley held a mini one there.
No. So what Riley did, he went to the U.S. trials that were in St. Louis. So we flew into St. Louis. Watch the U.S. trials, met with the people that run the tournament. We're gonna in Berta Gear is gonna be making the combat wrestling uniforms this year.
Nice, awesome, congrats.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I really like the sport. I really like the rule set. I remember watching like all matches when it was in Japan. Like as Riley likes to joke around, it was an obscure sports quarterly. So it's a cool thing. It's growing. I think they had like 20 countries represented, and that's a cool thing. Is like each country holds a trial, and then they send people to the World Championship, and you have like lots of Eastern Europeans, the Japanese teams, the American team, Canadian, whatever, whoever's sending their team over, and
so
you have
it
a good
hasn't
mix.
Caught on yet in America? That's what you're saying?
I mean, it's big in Japan.
Okay.
It used to be a lot bigger. It's still big in Japan. In America, it's catching on. And then you get guys we had like a mix of sambo guys coming in. Mike Palladino?
Yeah.
Mike Palladino was at the trials. He actually won.
Oh, cool.
He's a Jiujitsu Black belt friend of ours. He trains with Vlad Kulikov. So Vlad was explaining the rules. Mike is like, I don't understand the rules. Yeah. I was at the trials.
Just tell me what I can't do.
Yeah, and it was cool because you get guys like Mike who like, maybe his wrestling is not strong, but he has a very good ground game. He's a Jiu-Jitsu black belt. So he was just going, as soon as he touched somebody, he was just diving for a submission.
Interesting.
And it was cool to see. And then you had guys in the opposite end of the spectrum who were like really good wrestlers. And then they were just playing the rules. And then you just trying to get takedowns and you should not get submitted. And then the way it works with combat wrestling and sambo is if you're in a submission and you pick your opponent up, that stops.
Okay, that's
if you're getting leg locked and you stand up and put your arms out, that stops the submission.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Why is that? I get the pick somebody up thing, but why the stand up thing?
Because like if you're standing, you're not. If I'm standing and you're not knocking me down, you're not in control of me.
Ah, interesting. So it's just more rules that kind of make it more exciting, essentially.
Yes.
Instead of people just holding out.
Like amazing scraps. And then the other thing is like a lot of these scraps in a different rule set would never happen. Because if we had a wrestling match between a Jiu-Jitsu black belt and a college wrestler, college wrestler, we should run him over. But then if we had a Jiu-Jitsu match, the black belt would probably get taken down by the college wrestler, but then once they hit the ground, it would tie him up and choke him eventually.
Yeah.
Because of all the resets, because the way the rules are set up, it was really entertaining to watch.
Interesting. Now, when it hits the ground, because you can't pull guard, so you go for a takedown, is there like a time period of groundwork before they stand it back up?
Yep. Okay. So the I forget what the time frame was, but it also depends on the referee. And then how much are you working for either your pin, and then the other thing is like after the pin is over, you get an opportunity to do something. So if I'm pinning you for 30 seconds, I score my 4 points. After that, the ref will tell you the pin is over, and then you have like 5 seconds to make a move towards a submission.
Oh,
and whether
cool.
you get it or you don't get it, they're either gonna give you more time to finish your submission, or they're gonna stand you back up.
So if you pin, you get like, let's say, a couple points.
Yeah.
And then obviously the submission wins the fight.
Yes.
Right then and there.
Yes.
Is there anything else besides a submission that wins the fight right then and there?
No.
Okay. Interesting. So that's cool. Like you pin somebody, you might be up on points now, but they're in a position of defense, and you're allowed to go right in for another submission.
Yes.
Interesting. That's pretty cool, man.
And then the other thing is
Combat wrestling.
defending, like turnovers and pins are something like we forget in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But like judo, like judo has them, and then a lot of times judo submissions come from people defending the pin. Same in sambo.
Okay.
Because if you think
When they're
about
trying to turn over and
Yes.
reverse the position.
Yep. Because like you see like reverse omoplatas, you see them a lot in sambo,
Okay.
or like in reverse triangles. You see them in judo, and then those happen because if you turtle, you're staying really tight. You don't want hooks in. You don't want your neck getting attacked. But then as soon as you start trying to stop somebody from putting you on your back, you gotta get wide.
Yeah.
You gotta put your arms out. You gotta base out. Now that opens your arms for an attack. That opens your neck. So it's an interesting aspect that sometimes we miss when we do only jiu-jitsu rule set.
Yeah. And like in judo, for example, if you get thrown and you land in like turtle, the ref's only going to give you a couple seconds before he stands it back up.
Yeah, same in combat wrestling.
Okay. So that's why it encourages taking advantage of every like open scramble situation.
Yes.
Interesting. Whereas jiu-jitsu, we feel like we have all the time in the world.
So it's a lot slower.
Nice. Combat wrestling. Check it out. So you're going to be sponsoring the event? Which of you're going to just make the uniforms?
Making the uniforms for the U.S. team.
Ah.
And
so
then
the
apparently
Olympics.
Chile doesn't have a federation. I still have a Chilean passport, so I might have to make a one-man federation and go represent.
Yeah, one man army. And when is that next championship going on?
They're going to Japan in October. I think is at the end of the month. I think if my memory is correct, it's like the 24th. I think.
Nice. And you're gonna have all the uniforms ready. Is it a singlet? Is it a
shorts and a rash guard and wrestling shoes?
Okay. No, it's not that crazy.
No.
Can anybody wear a singlet if they wanted to? Or it's kind of like frowned upon?
I think they want shorts and a rash guard, and it can be a rash guard or a shirt.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I recently saw something like that. I guess in my head I didn't really I thought it was jiu-jitsu. Nice. Good old Riley. And how did Riley compete that day? Or
Yeah, Riley won he had one match, so it was like a best out of three kind of deal. And the guy was I think he won brown belt worlds, master worlds, I think.
Okay.
And he had like a Greco background, a college wrestling background.
Nice.
So in paper that's a tough matchup.
Yeah.
And the guy got in on Riley. I think Riley scored with a foot sweep, and then the guy shot on him, picked his leg up. Riley dove underneath and got a leg lock. And then the second time, the guy was like shooting on Riley, getting in, and letting go because he's like, I don't want Riley rolling underneath me. And like that just got on his head. And then Riley won the match because the guy couldn't score on Riley because all he wanted to do was shoot. And then that opens like the scissor and the rolling knee, the big toe rolls and all the stuff Riley does.
Yeah, Riley loves just allowing you to grab one leg and go from there.
Yeah, it's like, go ahead. Technical victory is 12 points of difference. I finally pulled up the rules here.
Okay.
So if I'm 14-2, that's it. 12-0, that's it. Match stops.
Shutout rules.
Shutout rules.
Yeah, back in the day when I used to play basketball a lot, it would be like 8-0, you're done.
That's how you did it in the hood?
Yeah. That's how we did it, 3-on-3 in the hood. You get to 8-0, call it a day. Next people in. Mercy. I remember Madden rules, 21-0. It was 21-0?
When my competitive Madden days.
And how's Madden treating you now? Or you don't play?
I haven't played. Yeah. I haven't played Madden in a few years.
Yeah, me either, man. It was fun though. Did you play more Madden or basketball? Like NBA?
More Madden. All my friends were more into football than.
I found football, like video games, a lot more. enjoyable, challenging in the long run, more sustainable. Whereas like a basketball game, I used to get bored with it after a couple of weeks. But Madden, like you could just same thing with FIFA, like soccer games.
So much more strategy.
Yeah. Were you a FIFA guy at all?
I play a little bit.
Or were you what's the other one?
Winning 11.
Is it Winning 11? Yeah.
11.
It was like very like sharp. Everything was like a sharp turn.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool though. Let's move on to Polaris 5.
Polaris 5. I'm excited.
August
Sponsored
what?
by Inverted Gear.
Sponsored by Inverted Gear. Sponsored by Show the Art. Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
What?
Getting up in there.
Hey, man, I'm following your footsteps, brother.
Moving up in the world.
One event sponsorship at a time. So this is going down in 10 days. It's August 19th. No, like 4 days. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Today's Monday. This weekend, guys. It's going to be on UFC Fight Pass. So if you don't have UFC Fight Pass, get it. And you pretty much get all their fights for free. You get all the I think all the Polaris matches are on there now as well.
I believe so.
Yeah, so Polaris 5. Let's make some predictions, unless you don't want to go there.
I'll go there.
So let's go straight to the main event and then go top down.
Oh,
cool.
I like it.
Dylan Danis versus the Lion Killer, Gary Tonin.
Gary by whatever he wants.
Why do you say that?
I think Gary's just a better no-gi grappler in that rule set.
I feel like this is one of those things where if you pick Gary, you're a hater. Like there's no easy way to, I feel like the whole Dylan squad is so pro him, kind of like everybody's so pro Connor. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody else doesn't matter. So if you pick anybody else, you're a hater.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
Interesting.
So this is the thing. Like they fought before, correct?
Yes, I base my pick on the data that we have, and that was their previous fight, previous match.
And
Gary,
am I correct? Gary took him down and I wrestled him and then leg locked him.
It was one-sided.
Yes,
it was a one-sided affair, and you have to go by the data that we have. And the best data to decide on who's going to win a match is if they fought before. That's the best data.
Yeah. Another thing is that a lot of Dylan matches, he does catch a lot of knee bars in IBJJF events.
Yeah.
He does have a good guillotine. Mm-hmm. But he's not going to leg lock Gary. We know that.
It's going to be very one of the things about Gary is he's one of the best like defensive fighters in jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
Which is weird. So it's hard to even get a match with Gary because it's damn near impossible to submit him. And this is a submission-only match. These are submission fights, jiu-jitsu. So it's very interesting whenever somebody gets a match with Gary. I'm always, like, perplexed by the decision. But, yeah, I mean, like you said, Dylan, he showed that he has, like, a good guillotine and a good knee bar. But Gary showed that he can wrestle. He can play in the scramble. He can play leg lock game. He can attack your arms. Of course, he likes to get to the back.
He has a good triangle.
He has a good triangle. I don't know, man.
Like the last time Gary lost was what? Cara Zapato, that submission on the ground.
Yeah, how many years ago was that?
That was like a year or 2
Okay.
2 years ago. And then like that was the one match I called. I was like, okay, like if Cara Zapato's gonna win, it's gonna be a flying triangle.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, the Chael Sonnen one, right? Yeah, it was like a year ago.
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, also Cara Zapato has like a foot on Gary.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
But
I thought Gary handled that with like grace.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I pick Gary as well based on the data that we have. Interesting. Okay. Daniel Strauss versus Jake Shields.
Oh, that's tough.
Two monsters, man.
Two monsters. I got to when Riley fought in Polaris. I was like 2 Polarises ago. I was actually in the warm-up room helping.
I think it was number 2, right?
Yeah, I think it was number 2. I was with Riley helping him warm up. Mm-hmm. And then Ollie Gadez, my friend, he was there with Daniel. And then I was like, hey, Daniel, like, you need help warming up? Because like, I was like, I was all sweating. I had like shorts and a rash guard on already. Then I was like, sure. I regret that decision.
Just a monster.
He's a monster. He's just like, he kept drilling guillotines on me. I was like, oh, sweet Jesus. This is tight.
And he's a big guy.
He's a big dude. He's like, his other hobby is like bending steel, like grip training. He is a strong human being. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, Jake Shield is an OG.
And Jake Shields is one of those guys that everybody always compliments his toughness too.
Yeah.
Like Jake Shields is not a pushover guy. Everybody always compliments how strong he is and how tough he is.
Yeah. He has very good wrestling, very good pressure passing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's tough. I think that one might go to a draw.
Okay. That's fair to say. And what I love about Jake Shields is his control in positions.
Yeah. The thing about Daniel is he has a very good and mobile butterfly guard.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that could give
Jake some problems.
He's gonna try to bring the pressure passing, and then Daniel's gonna start to get underneath. So I think that's gonna be a really interesting matchup.
Yeah. No, I really like Jake Shields, and for some reason he keeps getting all these guys that push the pace, that push the drama. And
yeah, I mean, like Daniel's an upstanding guy though, so that's good. He gets a cool dude.
Who did he fight in Polaris like 2 Polarises ago? And it was just like this.
It was AJ.
Was it okay?
It was AJ when he slapped AJ afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's more of an AJ issue than a Dan issue, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Dan for AJ, and then Jake fought AJ.
Yes.
And both times AJ was just
like, what do you want me to do? Like, yeah. But so you're picking a draw?
I think the other thing I think is gonna go to a decision. That's
okay.
Because now they're doing the 3-judge panel.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that one's gonna go to a decision. I'll see a submission.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe Daniel. Like, if it's a submission, is Daniel catching a guillotine?
Because you've trained with him, you've moved with him.
I moved with him, but I think that guillotine is
just wicked,
world class. But other than that, I'm not sure.
I feel like at this point I might give it to Jake based on the experience.
Yeah, I mean, Jake's an OG.
Yeah. And he still competes in jiu-jitsu tournaments and he still wins.
Yeah, and he's fighting MMA the week before, 2 weeks, something.
The guy is unbelievable.
He fought. When did he fight?
Jake Shields?
I think he had an MMA fight.
Yeah, recently. It was like a couple weeks ago, right?
Let's see. Let's cue up the Google machine.
Jamie.
Yeah, where's young Jamie?
Polaris. Once again, August 19th, UFC Fight Pass. UFC Fight Pass is only like, what, $12, $10, $99 for the year? Come on, people. Let's go. It's a no-brainer.
There we go. Got the shirt logo up.
Okay.
Yeah, July 29th. So that was what? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
He won.
Of course.
Unanimous decision.
Okay.
I see the fight.
Yeah. Jake Shields. Next fight, Phil Harris, Brad Pickett.
I don't know much about either guy.
I know Brad Pickett just from MMA, and he's more of a stand-up fighter.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. So you don't have a pick on that one. It's okay if you don't.
I don't think I have a pick for that one. Phil Harris. Let me see. Let me look at the picture. Maybe see the face.
This guy's sponsoring the event. Doesn't even know the athletes.
Hey.
The heck is going on here? This guy's. That's how you know this guy's signing blank checks and just throwing them out at people.
This guy.
Is everybody gonna wear inverted gear rash guards? Remember like 4 or 5 years ago, the Ultimate Absolute?
Yeah, I remember that.
And everybody had to wear their gear.
My dream was to compete in the Ultimate Absolute.
And what happened?
They stopped doing it.
Oh, so after the event, you were like, "Oh man, I gotta make it to the Ultimate Absolute." Yeah. They did what, 1, maybe 2?
I think they did 2.
The first one was like Vinny, Bushesha, Cyborg. It was crazy.
Rostam was up in there.
Rostam was in it, yeah.
I remember like John Gary Tonin was like in the lightweight one.
That's right. It was like
Purple Belt Gary.
Couple of weight classes, yeah. Ultimate Absolute. Okay, next fight. Next match, right?
Yeah, next match.
We don't say fight. It's not a fight. Cal Uno versus Vitor Shaolin.
Ooh. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But I think Shaolin.
I like that Shaolin's back, man. I like that he's been competing a lot over the last 2 years. So you think Shaolin's going to win this?
Shaolin.
What did you think of Shaolin's last match against Terere? What did you think about that match? That was Polaris 3 or 4?
I think he looked good. He he has a really good is nogi or gi? Nogi, right?
I believe so. Because Kyle Uno.
Yeah, nogi. I think his nogi game is actually better than his gi game.
Okay.
He fought MMA for a long time. He was one of the Abu Dhabi OGs until this guy Marcelo Garcia came in.
Poor guy, man. Poor guy.
Yeah, that highlight of him getting choked on like arm drag and choked.
Yeah. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is my ignorance as a young jiu-jitsu athlete. I didn't think he was any good. Like, I didn't like him because I saw that clip. This is me, like, white belt, blue belt, 9 years ago.
You're like, oh, that guy that got choked on Marcelo?
Yeah. No, and I used to think that way. And it took a long time for
You're
me
the
to
worst.
realize. Yeah,
You're the worst.
I'm terrible. But now I love him. He's once you, like, start to learn about people and watch their matches.
Yeah, a lot of guys. Let me put my old guy hat on.
I
I complain about the younger generation.
Yeah.
But I always have this memory of like my students being like, "Oh, we were watching old school jiu-jitsu." I was like, "Awesome! Like, what were you watching?
Yeah.
Like
were you
Solo,
watching Hoist or
Hoist, Solo,
Yeah.
like Minotauro back in the day with the gi on. Like, what were you watching?
Walid Ismail?
Yeah, no, you know what the answer was?
What?
Meows when they were purple belts.
What?
I was like, I want to kill both of you. Get out of my face.
That's their old school jiu-jitsu? Oh my god. Yeah, like you would if somebody told me old school jiu-jitsu, I'm thinking like maybe not that far back, but like Jacare Jacare matches, Hodger matches when he was like a young whippersnapper.
Da-da-da. Even like early Andre Galvao.
Yeah. Even early Marcelo.
Right?
Yeah. That's kind of like, but it's not even that old school, right?
That's like the medium.
Yeah. Damn. Old school jiu-jitsu is Meow purple against like Keenan or something, right?
Insane.
So speaking of jiu-jitsu, who do you like these days? Who do you watch? Do you watch anybody?
I haven't watched much gi jiu-jitsu. Kind of fallen off. I haven't been competing for a while. Who do I like?
Who's on your radar?
I mean, I really like Rodolfo's passing. He's kind of doing the MMA thing, so we're not seeing that. I mean, Lucas is as good as he's ever been.
Unbelievable.
He's amazing. Like he's going to his giant, biggest tournament there is, and like no one can score on him.
Yeah, in the Worlds last year, right?
Yeah, like the thing is, like he can take you down, he can sweep you, he can pass you, and if he takes your back, you're going out.
Yeah.
So
and he doesn't get scored on.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. That's what the whole idea, right?
Yeah. So. And then as somebody has been rolling with Lucas since I was a purple belt, is like no one makes me feel like a child more than Lucas does.
How does he feel like?
It feels like he's always 2 steps ahead and you're out of position no matter what you do. That's the best way I can explain it.
Very interesting.
So I roll with Marcelo, I roll with Tarsis, I roll with a bunch of the Lions guys. And it always feels like they're better than me in certain positions. And then like they're just imposing their game. But like here and there, I can get something.
Yeah.
With Lucas, it's like never.
No, sorry.
No.
And he's not even trying to like. Does it feel like he's trying to impose his will, or he's just a couple steps ahead of you? You know how some people they make you feel it.
Like
they're grinding you out, or they put you in a position. They're trying to pass your half guard.
The one thing is like I remember when I guess he was working on it, but there was a period of time where like no matter what I did, Lucas was gonna get to neon belly and baseball bat choke me, and we just push with a baseball bat choke no matter what I did. So I was like when I was a purple belt, then I was going into the city every week
to Alliance.
Yeah, I was going like 2-3 times a week to that noon class when I used to hang out with you and Marcos.
Yeah. Hold on, who? Marcos? Where is that guy?
Where's that guy?
Wasn't he supposed to be here?
I haven't seen that guy forever.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Marcos and Lucas, one thing that he used to tell me about him rolling with him is he said that he always felt like Lucas was doing the right thing. Like he was always making the right move, and like you said, he always put him out of position. So it's like, all right, he always knew what to do. It's like, all right, you make this grip. He knew what to do, how to deal with it, and dismantle it and pass you with it.
Yeah, it's always like I like to joke around. He was like waxing on, waxing off every time. It was like you would get a grip and then your grip was gone. You would get like the Hiva hook was gone. You would get like, set up for spotter guard and then he would pop your feet off his sleeves and then he was onto his pass already.
Damn.
So it was like, oh.
And it's like, do you feel like, because I'd never roll with him, but do you feel like he would use these things against you or he just handled it, and then like before you got a second to like establish the next thing, he's already on to like, deeper into the move.
He's always moving.
Yeah, because some people like you get a spider grip and they're like arm dragging you with it.
Yeah.
They're using it against you. But Lucas would just destroy anything you did.
Yeah.
So who was the toughest role you ever had?
Lucas,
like in training, obviously.
I like in training, like it was it like something where like I went back and forth and like he was better than me, or was it you just beat the shit out of me?
How about the person? Okay, maybe I could phrase this a couple different ways.
Yeah.
One, the person that made you feel the most helpless.
Lucas.
Okay.
I mean, I competed against Keenan when I was a brown belt, and Keenan teleported to my back and choked me out.
Yeah.
So there's that. Like, it was like I don't think that's the fastest I was ever submitted.
Okay.
Competition.
But I feel like in competition you can get lost.
Yeah.
Whereas in training,
the other thing is like they was very early into like the meta game of the berimbolo, so I had like I never trained with someone that was actually good at it.
Yeah.
So like I had an idea of the way it worked. I had an idea how to do it, but I never rolled with someone that was like so good at it.
Sure.
So when he did it, I was like, oh, I can still no.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on my back. Oh, and like he was on my back and he had a grip and like the choke was set.
Yeah, and you don't know. It's hard to remember because you weren't familiar with that. Yeah. So, but I mean, because in training though, you're comfortable.
Yeah.
But you answered it with Lucas. So who's the person that you went back and forth with so much that like it was always all right? This guy's, but you can hang with that person. Maybe your favorite training partner in that sense.
Favorite training partner. Remember Andrew?
Yes.
Andrew Silver. Yeah,
Yes.
it's my all-time favorite training partner. I used to go. I've been going to work with that dude since I was a blue belt. So
that guy's built like a truck.
He's built like a truck,
like a small truck,
like a small truck, but he's built like a truck.
Yeah.
He's been wrestling since I don't know. He had diapers on.
Yeah,
and then got bit by the Jiujitsu bug and
played guard ever since.
Play guard and has one of the nastiest arm bars known to mankind. So
I felt it.
Yeah, like it was the way he does it now, and like I watched him compete. So he had like a super fight or something, and like the guy was doing like all the right things. He's like another black belt, and he was passing and he was trying to do things to Andrew, and then Andrew got a grip on his arm, and like his legs were like completely out of position, but he locked his arm out, and I was like, okay, that's it.
Just power.
And then you just threw the legs over, and well, he just like relentless when like he gets that arm.
I see.
And he starts like his legs will find a way once he locks your arm up.
I feel like that's something I can improve on more. Like if you grab a hold of it, be relentless.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue.
But yeah, I think that's somebody I've trained with a lot, and he's really good.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's a fireman in Richmond, Virginia now.
Oh, okay, that's why I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen him up in New Jersey. But yeah, he's down south. He's training. He's training down there. I went to visit him like a few months ago, and he's still super tough.
Nice.
I remember like I was giving him a hard time because we drove down. It was like 5 hours, and then he's like, "Oh, you guys want to go train?" He brought us to this class at where did we train with Andrew? Yeah, Revolution BJJ.
Revolution BJJ. That's a pretty cool name. Double entendre. Revolution BJJ.
No, yeah,
he's
Andrew,
talking to his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Go Fury on the Reddits. Andrew, I'm terrible with names today.
Andrew Silver?
No, the guy that owns Academy.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have to pull up the Google machine. But
Jamie,
like the school, the thing they did was you just continued. It was like a competition class.
Okay.
And it was just like an hour of sparring nonstop, like 5-minute clock or 6-minute clock and 30-second breaks and no water breaks, no time your belt, no. You just went.
Just tough man.
Yeah, just tough man.
Tough man, tough woman, tough human.
Yeah, I was like, it's like I've been in the car for 5 hours. Why am I here?
What's up? Andrew Smith?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Shout out to Andrew Smith.
Revolution BJJ, if you're down there,
go train.
And
Andrew's one of the guys, and this is very important to say. He came in with a wrestling background. Then he got the jiu-jitsu bug, like Nelson said. And not only is passing a lot easier than guard playing naturally, but this guy was like super experienced in the top game because he wrestled. So what did he do? He straight up played guard. And that is very important to note because in order to do that, you have to take the ego out of it. Zero ego. If you're so good in one thing, to take that away from yourself and limit yourself so that you can get really good at the weakness takes a lot of ego control. And that says a lot about Andrew. And, just meeting him, he's just a really nice guy, really cool guy, always willing to give you advice, always willing to give you some tips. He gave me a couple of wrestling tips, and I still do them to this day, just like how to pick up the single leg. Very interesting. Shout out to Andrew. Andrew, if you're listening, text me, call me. Got to get you on the podcast, brother. So
what else?
What else?
Did we finish the car? We got sidetracked too far from Polaris.
Yeah, no, those were the main cards. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to Polaris?
No. Trying to stay home for a bit.
Well, you're going to be in Salt Lake City. Tell us about your trips.
Yeah, we've been traveling quite a bit.
The Puentes tour.
The Puentes tour. I think it's been something like 20 countries in the last 2 years.
So
we're trying. Yeah. So keep it going, right? So we were just in St. Louis for the combat wrestling trials, and then we're in the Bay Area training with Riley for a week, and got to work on my no-gis, my stand-up, working on my throws, working on my front headlock game.
Nice. You got to show me some of that stuff.
Show you.
Show me.
Blow your mind.
Show the art, Nelson. What?
Show the art. Yeah, a few of my friends are getting promoted Friday, so I'm gonna go Salt Lake City.
Do they know they're getting promoted?
Yeah, it's like the way I believe there's a test, black belt test.
Okay, so you can say who they are and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're going out to test for the black belt. And
Salt Lake City.
Flavio Baron Association. So.
Coral belt, right?
Yeah, is he coral or red? I forgot.
Isn't coral and red the same thing?
No, red and black is coral.
Okay, you're right.
When you're right. But yeah,
you are the black belt, sir.
Yeah, he has ascended past black belt.
Yes.
So one of those cool dudes with the funny belts.
Yeah.
So,
and then after Salt Lake City. Okay.
Red belt. Yeah. He's a red belt.
Yeah. Okay. So after Salt Lake City, you're going to
Denver, and I'm teaching in Denver on Friday. What's the date?
Pretty cool flyer, by the way.
You like the flyer? Healy picked the picture. I'm getting choked in the flyer for the seminar.
I love the.
It's a joint seminar effort.
No, but I liked it. It was a good flyer.
What's the date? Yeah, Hillary's doing all the research here.
Jamie. Hillary is our Jamie today.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be teaching foosbox martial arts. I met these guys at the Sambo Pan Ams last year. Friday the 25th.
Friday the 25th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So that's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
That's the day before the Show the Art Finishers tournament.
Ooh.
We picked the date first before that whole Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight.
I know.
So I think they picked the day because we were already on. They're trying to challenge us, kind of deal.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
They're like, where people gonna spend their money on?
They put us in a debacle, man. So that's why we're giving this event away for free. But yeah, man.
You guys put good events on.
Thanks.
I'm a fan.
Thanks, man. You never came to one though, so how much of a fan can you be?
Dude, you keep moving farther. I'm farther away from my house. So
yeah,
it's tough. Yeah, we do stream them.
Yeah. We stream them live.
I want to do Spanish commentary for one.
Oh, that could be so awesome.
I want to be the sap.
But you got to come in. You got to actually show up, and we can set you your own booth.
There we go.
Who would you, if you were doing the Spanish commentary? Who would be your commentary partner?
Maybe Dave Pimp. He's broken Spanish. Maybe Sinistro. We can get Sinistro.
Sinistro. Yeah.
Fly him in from Del Mar.
Nice. Would you be the color commentator or the play-by-play guy?
Ooh, good question.
Would you be like, oh my god, or would you be like the guy breaking the fight down, breaking the matches down, or it depends on your partner?
Depends on my partner. I think I could do both. I think I could be a one-man show.
Okay. Oh, challenge issued.
This is my dream, Ave. This is my dream.
Nice.
So I gotta start here, then maybe Matt will bring me to Polaris.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom.
She could be the color commentator.
She could be the color commentator.
Yeah, you could be
Ay, Dios mío.
Ay, Dios mío. That's pretty cool. Yeah, no, that's actually a pretty good idea. But like I said, you got to make it to the next one, man. We're up to number 4. Show the Art finishes August 26th at noon. It's going to be live on showtheart.com or our YouTube page. Same thing, right? Tomato. We're doing 16 bracket women's division, under 150 pounds, and winner gets 2 G's. And then we're doing a 16 human being bracket absolute division. And we got some pretty cool players, pretty cool guys. What's that?
We got to talk about something else. Another project.
Okay.
I'm a man of many projects.
Oh, yes, please. Yes. You're doing, what is your new, so we can release it now. We could say it.
Yeah, you can talk. I mean, by the time this goes out, it'll be live. It's live already. You can buy it.
Okay. This will probably go out tomorrow. By Artichoke Media.
Yes.
Nelson Puentes.
What's the title?
From Chile with Love.
Yes.
Your new instructional digital DVD.
Yes.
Is it a DVD?
It's not a DVD. It's on the
album.
cloud. It's
a digital album.
Marshall likes to call it a book.
Okay.
It has a written section. Then we have looping video of every angle of the move.
Nice.
And then you have the final piece is the video of me teaching. But you get like a 3D feel to it. You got like the written section, every little angle, just loop in the page, and then you have the me talking you through it and showing you then.
So if I buy it and when I buy it and download it, I get like a PDF kind of deal.
Well,
with
it's
video.
Like you gotta be online and you go to the page.
Okay, so it's like
it's a cloud instructional.
Interesting. Okay, so there's a lot of written shit.
It's up there. It's up there.
It's up there in the cloud. We can't see it. It's there somewhere.
You gotta go to Artichoke Media. You can see it.
So it's like instructional videos mixed with instructional booklets.
Yep. It's a hybrid.
It's a hybrid. Is this the first of its kind?
Artichoke's been doing these for a while. My friend Matt Curley has a really cool crucifix instructional. It's up in Artichoke Media. Is one of my favorite resources for that position. Okay. Matt has really changed the way I look at it, and I've been catching a lot of it lately.
Nice.
It's a really big part of my game now. And also, like, it gels well when you're doing takedowns. You're just funneling people shooting singles into it.
Yeah.
And works gi, works no gi.
Nice.
I like it.
So I have to buy your DVD, your album. Where can people buy it? What's the website?
Artichokemedia.com.
How do you spell that? Do they spell it like a funky way?
No.
Right.
ARTE choke. Artichoke.com.
Not Artichoke
Artichokemedia.com.
Yeah, come on, Nelson, you gotta know these things.
Artichokemedia.com.
So
I'm on it.
Go to artichokemedia.com. Go to the section where it says
From Chile with Love.
From Chile with Love.
And pick up my instructional. We cover favorite things. Part of my game I've been working on for 10 years now.
Okay.
So I have
can't give away too much, but
no, we can give up everything. Yeah. So my coming up was a little bit different than the typical jiu-jitsu route. I wrestled in high school. Mm-hmm. I trained judo for 2 years when I started jiu-jitsu, and I always even though I stopped training judo, I always stuck with the takedowns. So even though I wasn't training at judo school anymore, remember Alex?
Alex who?
You train Alex. He's very Russian last name. I'll look him up. But Alex would come train with Andrew and me, and anyway, we do takedowns.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you know Big Alex.
Yeah. Actually, sorry, Alex.
So between Alex and all the other Eastern European guys I've trained up over the years, I picked up a lot of judo and like sambo, like that kind of style of takedowns that
So you're a hybrid submission grappler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I love jiu-jitsu. I love it. I think about it all the time, but I'm not one of those guys that just doesn't like looking at outside of it.
Yeah.
I still watch judo competitions. I still go to wrestling matches near me.
In my opinion, and I've been thinking about people like you for a while and how to label it, and you guys are like the mixed martial artists of...
Mixed martial grapplers?
Mixed martial grapplers, MMGs. Right?
My friends in Denver like to say polygrapplers.
Polygrappless?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to figure out some term for it. But yeah, I mean, because a lot of it's all in the same it's all in the same sense. It's on
It's
the mat,
all-
no
it's all-
strikes.
It's all the same sport, just different rules.
Yeah, so it makes more sense to kind of experiment. But then you have some people that say just do jiu-jitsu. That's up to you.
Yeah.
So go to artichokemedia.com. From Chile with Love. Last thing on that before I buy it. Why'd you pick that name?
Why did I
Beside
pick
it
that
being
name?
super
Because
cool.
we're going with all my Eastern European influence. So From Russia with Love, one of the greatest movies of all time. So a lot of the concepts from the book it's kind of like Russians do it better. So if you look at judo history,
Okay.
a lot of the Eastern Europeans started like dominating. They were doing like, a lot of like sambo style stuff on the like, Georgian grip, 2-on-1s,
Mhm.
Russians coming in with a really low stance. So that was like changing the way judo was played. It was changing the meta game because you couldn't just play that the standing
Yes.
straight up Japanese style anymore, like classic Kodokan style. So the rules were changed, and a lot of the stuff that people were winning with was banned. But that stuff is legal in jiu-jitsu.
yes.
It's legal in sambo, and it's very strong. But it's not taught because a lot of the guys that teach like judo for jiu-jitsu now, they teach you the stuff they do now.
Mm-hmm.
But that stuff is so strong, and it's like, it's kind of like a shame that we don't study it more. Like in jiu-jitsu, you can get whatever grip you want.
Sure.
So why are we working for these more dominant grips when we're standing, and then applying those same concepts to passing and guard play?
Nice, man. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's
I'm
it was fun. It was a fun project. It really made me think about my game and like, okay, like what do we actually do?
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was a fun project. Definitely want to go back to a no-gi one.
Okay.
And like, we filmed this a year ago, and I
So
got
this is with the gi on.
this with the gi on, yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then we filmed this like a year ago, and I'm already thinking about what we're gonna do the next time.
Nice.
Really want to go back to a no-gi, like the no-gi version of this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You should, man. And for anybody who's thinking about buying it now or is reluctant to buy it because Nelson, what does he know? Nelson's a very good instructor. If you roll with him, you'll know that the techniques he chooses are actual ones that work. I highly recommend it. Very cool guy. Very good jiu-jitsu. Very good grappling.
I was a competitor once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Yeah, I won the local stuff. Lots of multiple time Naga and grapple squad champion. I won the New York Open and Boston Open when I was a purple belt.
Oof.
I took third at the pants in the gi, IBJJF pants.
I heard you took
The gi
third
brown.
against Lucas in the gym. Right? Like you were the third best guy against him in the gym?
Maybe.
That's
Chris Byzantine was always ahead of me.
yeah. I think I figured out the next name for your DVD.
What?
Once Upon a Time in Chile.
Once upon a time in Chile. Ooh, that's a good one.
Hillary likes it. Look, she loves it.
I really wanted to go with stuff we forgot the first time.
Stuff I forgot the first time.
Yeah,
In
That-
Chile.
in Chile.
Nelson, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, check out his company, Inverted Gear. We didn't even talk about it because you know it. They make some of the best gear out there. Gis, rash guards, now spats,
Yeah.
shorts.
New show, the Art Rash Guard coming out soon.
New show, The Art Rash Guard, coming out soon.
I've been messaging the factories. Hey, where's Abe's stuff? That's what I told them.
Yeah. Abe will call you and he'll get upset.
Abe will go to China.
I will go to China. I'd love to not go to China, but I will go to China for these rash guards. Check him out, invertedgear.com. Check out his new DVD. It should be out by the time this comes out. artichokemedia.com.
Set up your Polaris watching party.
Polaris 5 coming at you, sponsored by Inverted Gear, sponsored by us, Show the Art.
Is there a show the art commercial?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's
No,
not a
we
show
didn't
that
make that.
You
We're not that balling.
you can get the tire.
We said
There's
what did Nelson get? All right, we want the step below Nelson.
Okay. Inverted Gear commercial is very emotional this year. He's gonna tug at your heartstrings.
Interesting. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So the Polaris commercials are kind of like the Jiu-Jitsu Super Bowl commercials. So
They really are.
they really are. Nelson, thanks for coming on again, and we're out.